talking about teamwork. You can all remember some time in your probably recent past where teamwork has really paid off and helped you build community and a sense of accomplishment with one another. And the word yoga means union also, and Hatha yoga unites our body, mind, and breath using our tools of asana, pranayama, mantra, mudra, and meditation. All these parts are interrelated, and we can collaborate to enrich the whole self. Just as in community, when we accept and respect one another, we can work together for the benefit of all. So too, we can restore the harmony within ourselves and unlock the gifts of health and prosperity. We'll embody this teamwork, practicing asana so that every muscle is engaged in a mutually supportive way. The breath is deep and even, and the mind is clear and calm. It's time to create this sacred space and time together. Invoke this spirit of reverence for teamwork. And we'll create the sankalpa mudra. Cross the left hand to the right thigh and cup the right palm on top of that. Joining the hands together is a connection between the left and right sides of the brain, uniting the body, mind, and spirit in a cooperative action to bring about change and create a positive mental attitude. Just rest with your sankalpa mudra. And take time to center with your breath, the mind, the breath, and the body all uniting, creating a team to work together, to collaborate, and engage in this endeavor. Okay. All right. Now, please come right in and spread out as all you need to roll on to hands and knees in table pose. So separate the hands shoulder width apart, the knees hip width apart, and make sure there's plenty of distance between the knees and the wrists so the side bodies can lengthen. The armpits move forward, the hips press back, and the spine now is supple and flexible to arch and extend with the breath. Okay. On the inhale, eyes up into the sway back cow. And on the exhale, gaze down, round the back, tuck the chin, and tighten the tummy. So take one breath at a time, completing the inhalation before moving ahead to the exhalation. And squeezing out all the old air with that exhale so there's more space for the inhale. Keep the inner arms hugging towards the midline, the inner thighs hugging towards the midline, so you create a connection to the source of your strength. And embody this connection through the movement with your breath. Now touch the knees together, circle the hips, and just go slowly so each circle can take a complete breath. Very good. Looking great. And as you're ready, change the circle direction. That's great. You're doing just right. Now rest back to table pose. Separate the knees once more, hip distance. Then start to walk the hands forward into puppy dog. Draw the chest in towards the thighs, but keep pressing the palms and fingertips down so the inner arms and armpits will lift and broaden in the back of the neck and shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. The breath is a part of the pose, pulsing. And walk the hands back under the shoulders and push the hips back to the heels, folding over the knees into child pose. Lower the forehead. And on the exhale, press the palms forward, lengthen the spine. And rest in the breath. And rise back to your table pose. And we'll push the hips forward and down, rolling down through cobra. Point the toes back, hug the legs in, the elbows in, and then press the fingertips down to curl the chest up. Good. You can do a little twisting cobra, rocking the hips from side to side, massaging those quadriceps. Good. That's nice. And lift up the hips and step the right foot forward to low lunge. Okay, make a team out of both legs to press evenly through both feet. Then lift the hands to this right knee. Let the breath join the team. Strengthening on the exhale. Relaxing on the inhale. Perfect. You're doing a great job. Try lifting the arms. Very good. Very nice. Inhale, spread the fingers, open the chest. Exhale, strengthen the legs, press into the floor. You've got a great form. Good. You have a great team. The breath, the body, the mind, all harmonized in this united effort. And lower the hands. That was great. We'll keep the left hand down and open the right arm up, twisting to this right side. Pressing down as much with that bottom hand as you're stretching up through the top arm. Good, and rest. Bring the right hand down inside the right leg. Move the right foot forward a few inches and then start to straighten the knee, lift the toes, and begin to fold over the right hip. But just go slowly as we're still warming up. Squeeze the kneecap. Engage those muscles you're stretching in the calf and the hamstring so that stretch is distributed evenly through the whole muscle. every part of that muscle is being stretched. The belly and the attachment. Softening on the inhale to sense how you can engage all the parts more thoroughly. And then exhale, deepen the stretch, but also engage the muscles. Strengthen the muscles. Now, take that, hands to the left, turn to the left side of the mat, and pivot on the left knee. And then lift up the hands, lift up the back, and lift up the right toes, taking the left arm up and over the ear. You have gate pose. Okay, so tighten that right kneecap, pulling the thigh bone up into the hip. Push down through the left knee, lengthen the left side. Very good. You're doing a wonderful job. Take the left arm now, mill it down to the back of the mat. The right arm will lift up and reach out and over the right ear, spiraling the chest to look up, the right shoulder back, and the hips press forward. So you can sweeten the pose with the breath. Good. And then release and walk the hands forward. Step the right foot back. And switch sides now. So the left foot is in our low lunge. Okay. The teamwork, both legs press down, and the hands just bring up to the left knee. Now welcome the breath to the team. And when you're ready, lift up the arms. Awesome, that's great. Okay, complete breaths. Fill the lungs to capacity with the inhale, extending the fingers, opening the chest. And lengthen the exhale, finish all the air, squeezing out. Beautiful job. Good. And lower the hands. Keep the right hand to the mat and windmill the left arm up, twisting the shoulders. Very nice. Good. Looks perfect. Now bring the left hand down to the inside of the knee. Walk the left foot forward. Lift up the toes. And very slowly and incrementally start to fold over the left hip. Soften the knee on the inhale so you can get a better sense of your alignment in the hips and the shoulders, the neck. And very gradually squeeze the muscles on the exhale as you stretch a little deeper, folding over the hip. Deep muscles like these need lots of patience, time, and thoughtfulness as we stretch. Also engage and squeeze those muscles you're stretching. Tightening on the exhale, softening on the inhale. Now pivot to the right, turn to the right side, And lift up the right arm. I better turn around so I can see everything. Stretch over the ear. And breathe space into that right side of the waist, the hip, and the rib cage. Perfect. Now bring the right hand to the back of the mat. And then the left arm stretch up and over the ear. Tilting the head back and press the hips forward, lifting up the chest, opening the throat. A nice sweet little back bend. Good integration of the shoulder blades into the back. And lower the hands, walk them forward. And curl the toes under for downward dog. But once you lift up the knees, walk the knees, moving around with the hips, and just generally exploring how you're feeling in your body. And let the knees rest back down for hero pose. And sit back to the heels or between the heels. The toes pointing straight behind. And use additional support if necessary under the buttocks. You can get a little more height that way. And if you want a deeper stretch in these thigh muscles, you start to walk the hands back. And over a series of breaths, find your comfortable limit. Some of these quadricep muscles get chronically tight if you spend a lot of time sitting in a chair, at a desk, or driving. So nice deep stretch, very beneficial. Come up when you can, lift up, and then lift the hips up. So in a high kneeling position, now support in the back of the buttocks and look up. Pressing the hips forward, squeeze the buttocks, press the tops of the feet down. And release, come up to a straight spine. Twist to the left side and reach down with the left hand. Try and hold the left heel while the right arm reaches away, up and overhead for a deeper back bend. Look up and square the shoulders. And release that right hand down. Twist to the right and hold the right heel with that hand while the left arm lifts up and stretches overhead. And try and square the chest, the sky. And come up, release there to place the hands in front. Curl the toes under and lift the knees into downward facing dog. Relax the knees as you inhale, arch the lower back. And then as you exhale, lengthen the arms and legs, straightening the knees, stretching the spine. So every breath is a pulsation of movement. And there's a team effort between the breath and the body. Okay. Now turn the heels to the right. Balance on that right arm. Try and lift up the left arm to side plank. Vashisthasana. Perfect. Oh, you're great at this. Lower the left hand down. Push the hips back to downward dog. Catch your breath. And then turn the heels to the left. Balance on the left arm. And reach up with the right. Okay, lower the right hand and push back to downward dog. Okay. Whew. Getting stronger. Lift up the right leg in three-legged dog. Bend the knee and swing that knee up behind the right wrist into pigeon. Slide the left knee back and lower the hips down. Inhale, engage, lengthen, and exhale, start to fold over the right hip. Bowing down to sleeping pigeon. Even though we're laying on the floor and it's counterintuitive that you need to engage muscular energy in the hips and thighs and feet, we do that. We hug into the midline, we connect to that source as we exhale and find steadiness. And the equal partner of steadiness is the ease of the breath. The two united to create harmony within. Health and happiness through teamwork. And we'll switch legs. So push up and step the right foot back, maybe walking the knees. And we'll try three-legged dog, lifting left leg up. Great, good. Bend the knee and swing the left knee up into pigeon while the right knee slides back to lower the hips. Inhale, connect to source to provide stability and balance. And on the exhale, bow forward, stretching, breathing, making this wonderful team effort. Please lift back up and to downward dog. And simply walk the feet forward into a forward fold. Bend the knees so the hands can press against the floor or set of blocks. And then on the exhale, press down through the feet and hands, try and straighten the knees. You can also hold on to the shins or thighs, wherever your hands need to be to straighten the knees as you exhale. Now, inhale, we'll stand for warrior. Step up to the front of the mat. And then step the right foot back. Bend the left knee. Turn the right hip forward and push down through the inner right heel so that knee stays straight. Now you can lift up the arms and lengthen on the inhale up to the thumbs. Strengthen on the exhale down to the core. The breath is helping create this pose as much as the body. Your clear intention or sankalpa, keeping this team working together. Nice job, everyone. Good. Now we're going to hold the right wrist with the left hand and twist slowly to the left side into a crescent. The right heel staying grounded will help stretch down through that hip and leg equally as much as you're lifting up through the ribs and arm. Good job. Those are hard. Rest the arms down. And let's just switch sides with the right foot forward and the left foot back. Bend the right knee and feel through the soles of your feet that you have a nice balanced stance. And then lift up the arms. Good. Doing very nice. Inhale, lift up out of the lower back. And exhale, make that deep connection into the core of the pelvis, strengthening the thighs, the abdomen, the hips. Expand to the fingertips with your inhale, deep into the core on the exhale. Great teamwork. Now, hold the left wrist with the right hand and begin to twist to that right side. Keep pressing down through the left heel. Breathe into the left side of the waist, the left side of the ribs. And release to rest the arms down. Perfect. Left foot forward and right foot back. This time keep the heel up in high lunge. Okay, so the longer your stance, the lower your hips can come. That helps with balance. Okay, and we're going to do the twist, the revolve side angle. The right hand down here, or the right elbow cross over the knee. Then twist the chest. Open the left arm or press the palms together. So you can have variations on this. So there's some. And lower the left hand and step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, hands to knees. Then exhale, fold over straight legs. Now step the left foot back to your high lunge. Keep the left hand down or cross the left elbow over the knee. And twist the shoulders, open the chest. And keep the breath connected with the pose. And rest the right hand down. Step the left foot forward. And fold deep over the hips. Lift up and stand with arms overhead. The palms touch. Make that connection and bring it to the heart. So the mind and the heart are together here. United in their efforts. All right, now go to goddess pose. So step wide and open the feet, turning the toes out, and start to squat down with the hips. But try not to fold forward with the shoulders. Keep the shoulders back. You can also lift the hands, make chin mudra. Great, your breath is really helping, isn't it? That was good. You can straighten the knees, rest the arms. Ah, nice. Turn the toes in now, making the feet parallel, and slide the hands down to fold over the hips. Okay, the wider your legs are, the easier it is to reach the ground. But you want to still be able to hug into the midline with the shins and the ankles, so the ankles won't bow out to the sides. Okay? So lots of work here with the inner thighs and the outer shins. Great. Good, everybody. Those are nice. Nice stretch. Now, bend the right knee and walk the hands to the right. You can squat to that right heel. Turn the left toes up. Bring the arms inside, walk the hands forward. Doing a wonderful job. Good. Switch now, the second side. Walk the hands to the left. Bend the left knee while the right toes spin up. The arms inside. Walk the hands forward and fold deep in that hip stretch. That's perfect. Lift up the hips. Good. And you can have an option of keeping the hands under the shoulders or clasping the hands behind the back, and then lifting the arms up and over the back. After a while, my hands slide apart. So release and lift up the back. Good. Now, turn the left toes out to the end of the mat. Bend the left knee. Come to warrior two. The arms at shoulder height. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, press down through the legs. Go a little deeper. So float on the breath like you're floating on waves that buoy you up on the inhale, sink you a little deeper on the exhale. Great, everyone. Good. Straighten the left knee, bring the left hand down to that shin, and lift the right arm for triangle. Inhale, look up, right shoulder back. Exhale, press down through the feet, lengthen the legs, straighten the knees. Enough. And bend the left knee. Brace the left elbow on the knee as you take the right arm over the ear. extended side angle. Option is to bring the left hand down to the mat, inside the foot. Now we're going to switch sides, so just stand up slowly, turn the feet, turn the right toes to the end, left toes to the side, and bend the right knee. Okay. And bring the arms out, shoulder height. And keep the left hip from twisting forward by spiraling the left thigh back, pulling the navel in. And avoid the temptation of leaning way out over the right hip. Bring that left shoulder back above the left hip. Okay. So both legs can work equally in this team effort. The breath is engaged in the pose to pulse freely, fluidly, almost effortlessly. Okay, then straighten the right knee for triangle and lift up the left arm. Inhale, look up with the left shoulder back. Exhale, press down through the feet and legs, straightening the knees, creating space along the sides of the body. Now bend the right knee, use that as a shelf for your elbow, and take the left arm diagonally over the ear. If you feel you can go deeper, you can bring that right hand down, maybe to the floor or to a block. And use the leverage of this elbow, right arm against the inner leg to help open the chest. So there's no restriction to your breath. And release, stand up, and rest the arms down. Good. Now from here, let's take a seat. Grab a drink. Right. What do we want? We want a nice wide leg forward bend. So stretch out the legs nice and wide. Feel free to sit on a blanket and spiral the inner thighs down. Move the buttocks back so the knees and the toes are pointed up. The lower back can draw in, either with the help of the hands pressing behind. You can kind of slide forward onto the front of the sitting bones. And then walk the hands forward, keeping that straight spine, strong legs. Good, good. Ah, nice, everyone. Strengthen these quadricep muscles in the tops of the thighs to lift the kneecaps, to pull the thigh bones up into the hip socket, giving you a nice deep crease. Fold over that, lengthening on the inhale, bowing deeper on the exhale. Again, these deep muscles take time to stretch, so be patient, be thorough with your breath. Breathe into every nook and cranny. Now lift up the back, turn towards the left leg. And start to fold that direction, keeping the shoulders level. Using that leg for guidance, support, alignment. Now switch to the other side. Inhale up, turn to the right leg, and begin to bow over this right side. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. More engagement as you exhale. Squeeze that kneecap, lift it up. And now lift the back up straight. Bring the knees up with your hands so the feet are flat and the hands a little behind the hips. So you can start to tuck the shoulder blades in, press the feet and hands down, lift up the sides of the hips. The upward table. Good. Very good. Now lower the buttocks down. And the legs straight. Sitting bones back and apart. Draw the lower back in. And really there's always a lot of advantage in sitting up on a little height. Helps bring that lower back into a better posture. And folding now over the hips. So take your time, one breath at a time. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, we bow. Pulsing up with the inhale, and down with the exhale. Breath in the body flowing equally together in this effort. Now please lift up to a straight back and cross the ankles. Turn around, face this way. And Sukhasana. And bring awareness to your posture, the crown of the head balanced straight above the shoulders and straight above the sitting bones. So you could balance a book here on your head. Right. So the chin is level. Now practicing Nadi Shodhanam, use the Vishnu mudra to alternately open or close one nostril at a time. Inhale, fill your lungs. The top of the inhale, close the left, and exhale through the right, counting to 4. Inhale to that same count of 4, right side. The top of the inhale, switch to exhale left, counting to the 4 again. And inhale left, count to 4. And continue switching at the top of the inhales to the next side and counting to yourself. To unite the right and left sides, the Ida and Pingala nadis. So they're of equal importance. The solar on the right side, the lunar on the left side. And these both sides balanced, working in harmony. And you can rest the hands, observe the breath. It does help to even the amount of airflow from both nostrils. And you're free to lie down now on your back, getting towards our finishing sequence of reclining poses. So first, lifting up the knees, press the feet down and slide the backs of the hands underneath the buttocks. Sitting down on the hands or on a folded blanket works to lift the hips, and then you extend the legs up. Invert the legs and observe that effect on the mind and body and breath. If it's safe for you to lift the hips, you can rock the hips up into plow. Take the legs over the head. Support the back of the waist. And try and straighten the knees. And from here, half shoulder stand, bend the knees slightly, arch the lower back, and let the weight of the hips rest in the palms of the hands. Okay? There's like one option to extend the legs to the side. You sort of pivot the hips and make a platform in one hand to extend the legs and move them away to the side. And we do the second side. hit the wall. And whenever you're ready to rest, bend the knees, roll the back down to happy baby. Hold the ankles or the feet and pull the knees into the armpits. Letting the head rock or the hips roll, whatever feels relaxing in your back and hips, head and neck. And slowly lower the legs down and stretch out the legs, widen the feet, lift the arms up over the head, spread the arms, spread the fingers, the toes, move all the muscles and joints and the fingers and feet, and the arms and the shoulders, and the head, back, the hips and the legs, just a nice thorough stretch in every muscle, mouth, the tongue. Make some funny faces. And then start to prepare yourself for Shavasana by putting on more clothing or dimming the lights like I'm going to. Sneak back here. Is that good? Yeah. Well, get all comfy, stay warm and cozy, and then let your arms rest by your side and the palms turn face up, letting your heart open, your lungs breathe, and your body rest. Just begin to soften, melt, and let go into the floor. The floor is holding you now, safe and secure, so you don't have to hold yourself. And you can systematically rest and release any tension in your mouth, in your eyes, in your jaw. Move your awareness down to your shoulders and arms. And give those muscles permission to rest, releasing them, letting go with the hands, and then scanning what you feel in your back and chest. And dissolving any tension or knots in the chest as they unravel and loosen up. And sensing what you're feeling in your stomach and hips. And giving those muscles a chance to also relax and unravel. And then scan down the legs, one muscle at a time, loosening up, relaxing, melting, softening. And continue into the feet and ankles, letting these muscles also rest, thanking them for their teamwork and all they helped you achieve today. And then scanning back up from the toes through the whole body and thanking all those muscles once more for their participation, for their teamwork, their cooperation. And then sense the touch of breath in your nostrils and thank the breath for its participation and engagement. Now, free to relax and rest the mind. Knowing that you've done something really good for yourself, helping your body stay flexible, strong, and coordinated, but also involving the breath and the mind so that the whole self is complete and whole, balanced, and harmonious, helping you unlock those gifts of vibrant health, happiness, and prosperity. You're a wonderful, amazing person, and you deserve this time of rest and recuperation. You've earned this. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you and your participation and your presence and your deep soul beauty. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvina Naditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lord, may we be protected together. May we be nourished together. May we give strength to one another with teamwork. And may our study be filled with light. May there be no jealousy among us. Let there be peace, peace, peace. And now we're going to deepen the breath and start to move and awaken and stretch. Sometime roll over to your side. Just give your mind a chance to be awake and conscious of this time and place once more. And then rise back up when you're ready to a comfortable position. Let me say again how grateful and thankful that you could all be here and join me today. This is such a gift, such a treat. I cherish you. Namaste.
Namaste.